Hello folks, LK back with another video here. Today, gonna do a quick run through here of Friday the 13th on the Nintendo Switch. Been getting a lot of messages since its release, kind of asking my opinions on a few things and kind of what my thoughts are. So we'll do a quick run through of some bots and I'll cover a few different topics. First and foremost, the most common question I get: how does the game play on the Switch using the Joycons? And it is a little bit different, especially at launch. Trying to get Jason exactly where you wanted him to go when you morphed was a little bit of a chore. Now an update has just released, and oh, we got a runner. Excuse me 1 second here. Gotcha. Come here. Ooh. Thanks for opening that door. But the Switch's first update for Friday the 13th did recently drop. By the time this video comes out, it'll probably just be a few days old. And they've done some rebalancing as far as how the play is, and not only controlling Jason, but the counselors and whatnot. So you should be seeing some improvements there. It's definitely not quite as quirky-jerky as it was when the game first launched, so it's definitely a good thing. Now, one thing that I haven't seen change is what you just witnessed there. The behavior of the bots. Now, I think this happened probably a few updates ago. It seems like it's been going on for a spell. The behavior of the bots has changed to where randomly you will see certain ones just kind of standing around, almost like they're soulless, and they haven't been given their cue in the coding to kind of react to what's going on and become active. So, and this isn't just specific to the Switch. It's on all platforms, all the consoles and PC, and we've been seeing this for a little while now. So I hope this is something that we'll see resolved. But in the meantime, the bots is still a good practice round to kind of run through and get some experience. Hey, where you going? And audio video. Video-wise, the game doesn't really lose a whole lot. I'm actually really pleased with how it turned out. I think a lot of people are kind of surprised with the smooth transition that we see. Not really a whole lot going on in the video that I personally would find a complaint about. Now the audio, as you've probably heard already, the audio's got a strange issue where there's these kind of a popping sound, almost like a crackle, if you will. And it occurs when there's certain noises, usually loud, kind of like this one. And that one is definitely Switch specific. I do not hear that on the PS4 or PC. So I imagine it's something that popped up in translation. They were porting the game over to the Switch. And I would imagine it's something that we'll see resolved. But as of right now, it is in the game. It's nothing too distracting, but it is there, so it's noteworthy to mention. But as far as Friday the 13th and Jason and Nintendo, you talk about coming full circle. I mean, think about this. It was 30 years ago when Jason Voorhees first graced the cover of a Nintendo game. And here we are in 2019. Not only is Jason back on a Nintendo system, it's the same Part 7 version on the cover like we saw back in '89. So who would have thought that? As we find Jenny here, let's go ahead and dispatch her quickly. She's got a quick grab break. Ooh, Taco Tuesday. But a very cool piece of trivia there for longtime fans of not only the series, but that old infamous LJN game on the NES that a lot of people love to hate. Very cool to see Jason back on a Nintendo system after all this time. And another footnote about the Switch port. It did bring about a cool opportunity for me to make a contribution to the game in the form of that Kill Time ad that was featured in Variety and Fangoria, where you got Jason sitting on a bench with the Switch in hand.
Yeah.
And that was a really fun project to do. I had a great time working with Gun Media, and actually I've been thinking about maybe doing a video about that whole thing, and it's kind of telling the story of how it all went down. As we find Mr. Kenny standing about. But yeah, that project, that's something that I'm hoping to get to do this fall as the weather here in the Ohio Valley is finally starting to turn a little bit. And that means I can stand to be outside for longer than 5 minutes. So that should be a fun one to do. Looks like we got Bugsy hanging out in here. Yeah. Come on, man. Hit me. Do something. There we go. Little resistance. Then he locks himself in. Well, the AI hasn't evolved much, but again, it's still a fun little round to do if you're permanently offline on your Switch like I am. As I mentioned in the Street Fighter video, I'm rocking a hack Switch. There was lots that I wanted to do with this system with Homebrew, specifically RetroArch, so I can't take this thing online, so I had to do a bot session here to kind of give you guys a look at this thing.
Deserve to die, Jason. Make them suffer.
And we got one more left. Miss Cox. Where are you at? Not 100% convinced when I was over at Blair's earlier that there was nobody here. That's very odd, especially with Tiffany's stealth rating. I think I probably just missed her. Oh. Speak of the Jezebel. Oh. And she runs right into the axe. Ooh, let's see if we get the Ted White special on the wall here. Oh yeah, some final chapter goodness for you. And that's really about it for this, just a quick look at this game. If you're thinking about picking it up, glitches aside, I think it's a really good port, and having the prospect of the full experience on the go makes it worth it in my view. And also, I've been getting questions about the single-player challenges on the Switch versions, so what I might end up doing is updated walkthroughs for those, to cover some of the different nuances and mechanics that have come about since the videos I did when challenges first rolled out, as there's some differences there. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll do some Switch specific versions of those, and we'll have a little more fun there. So for now, thanks for checking out the video. You guys and gals have a great day, and we'll see you again. Take it easy.